It's so crazy to actually sit down and write this speech after 4 years. I guess that I never really thought this time would come. I first want to start by thanking a few pretty important people from my time here. Marcus, thank you for being my first onstage role. You really took me out of my comfort zone. Wills, thank you for giving me the opportunity to perform on a different stage and for letting me be British for the first time. Tom, thanks for giving me the chance to play a more emotional role. Finally, thank you, Christopher, for letting me play one of my dream roles. I can't wait to see you again on a bigger stage one day. I don't know where I would be without you four guys. Next, I would like to thank all of my friends that have gone through this crazy journey with me. Guys, we did it. Through all of the tears, late nights during Tech Week, and nervous bathroom trips on opening night, we made it through together. I can't wait to see where each and every one of you go from here. And to all the new friends that I made along the way, I am so thankful for you guys. I need you guys to promise me that you will continue to build up this company and make it as great as I know it can be. And don't worry about finding people to fill our places. Find people who will make their own place in Southside Theater. I will forever love you guys and be so grateful that I was able to meet you. Next, I want to thank my parents for supporting me through all the craziness that theater has brought into my life these past 4 years. And thank you for supporting my dreams of continuing theater after high school. I know with y'all's help, my dreams will become a reality. Last but not least, I want to thank Miss Cargyle. Thank you for believing in that tiny, scared freshman when he came and auditioned for a show that he knew nothing about. You have no idea how much that completely changed my life. You allowed me to find a home in a place which I never thought I would fit in. You gave me the confidence to do things that I never thought I would do. You helped me find who I really am, which every lost teenager is struggling to do at that point in their life. You have helped to shape me into the person that I am today, and I thank you so much for that. As many of you know, I have decided to continue following my dreams in New York City. I will be attending the American Musical and Dramatic Academy in the fall and major in acting. It's a very scary change in my life, but I know it's where God is calling me and where I'm supposed to be. I promise that I will forever give all of me in everything I do, and will make each and every one of you proud. I love you all so much. Thank you.
Wow, it's crazy that these past 4 years in theater ended faster than we ever expected. We all thought we would have one more show together, and we all thought we would have 7 more weeks in class together. But we didn't. It was over in the blink of an eye. Looking back over the past 4 years, it feels like Cato was yesterday. Kelly was first introduced as a dance teacher. We were all trying to cover up Caleb's cheeks with tons of foundation to hide his easy blushing. Caitlin was being fought over by Caleb and Kenton during one of the cringiest dances. We convinced the choreographer to let us add the drop into the last performance of Cato without Cargile's approval. It all seems like it was yesterday. Everything that has happened in theater over the past 4 years seems like it was yesterday. Building and having these close friendships with all of you has truly made my high school experience complete. Coming to Southside was a scary experience. Not only was it high school, but I was also coming from a school that I wasn't zoned for, so worrying about if I'll make friends or if I would know anybody made it 10 times harder. When I got here, I made a few friends, but it wasn't until the second semester, when we started working on Cato, that I became friends with people who understood and loved the same thing I did: theater. Since 4th grade, people would always call me weird or make fun of me because my favorite music was Broadway show tunes. But being around everyone in theater and being able to bust out into song and always have someone to sing with, whether it be Wicked, Dear Evan Hansen, Hamilton, or Beetlejuice, it was always the best part of my day. Thank you to Miss Cargyle for always making theater exciting and fun. I couldn't think of a better teacher and director. You made sure everybody was happy and having fun even during Tech Week when there are many wheelchair ramp talks. Thank you to all my senior friends. I know each and every one of you are going to do great things in life. Thank you to all my lower classmen for always being special and amazing in your own way. And thank you to my amazing parents for always supporting me in everything I do and always pushing me to never give up on theater. And always remember, all of me.
Hey y'all, to start my speech, I want to reflect on a couple memories. One would be the booth. We spent a lot of time up there, joking, really bonding, and it was a pretty fun experience. The other would be acting, even though it happened for such a short time. I didn't want to do it at first, but it actually ended up being a lot of fun and showed me that I could rely on you guys, and I really appreciate that. And that brings me into my next point, my advice to everyone really, but mainly underclassmen. take chances and do things that you didn't think you would do, and don't wait until your senior year to do it. Because when Miss Cargyle talked to me about being in the show, I told her I would, but inside I was freaking out. I did not want to do it at all. But then I opened my mind to it, and I realized that I have a whole support system and that I actually enjoyed it. So please take chances, because you'll never know what you might like if you don't try. And that brings me to my last point. I want to thank all of you guys, because without you, I would have never had the courage to do anything beyond booth and music. And I also want to thank Miss Cargyle for giving me that chance and wanting me to do that and just pushing me to break my limits. So thank all of you, and that's my speech.
Okay. This is not how I planned on doing my senior speech, but I guess this is what you get. When I walked into this theater 4 years ago, I was naive and completely clueless to the world around me. I was shy and sheltered, and I never felt like I fit in anywhere, and to be honest, I assumed theater would be no different. However, I quickly learned that I was wrong. When I walked through those doors with my head held down and my arms crossed, I was immediately met with bright, smiling faces and open arms. Though I was still unsure of what my place would be, I felt like I was in the right place. My plan was to take it slow and stay behind the curtain until I learned the ropes. But Miss Cargyle had other plans for me. After being lectured every day for a week on how I should go to auditions just for the experience, I finally decided to go. But it didn't come easy. The morning of auditions, I felt a feeling in my chest that I had never felt before. My heart felt like it was going to beat out of my chest, and the walls seemed to be closing in, and I couldn't breathe. My head was full of thoughts like, what if I embarrass myself? What if they laugh at me? What if I'm not good enough? And I realized I was having a panic attack, and had convinced myself to just stay home. But after talking to my mom and my friends and hearing their words of support, I just decided to go anyway. I made an appearance just like I said I would, and went home relieved that it was over. I could finally go on. But like I said, Miss Cargyle had other plans for me. I soon got a phone call from Miss Cargyle saying she wanted to cast me in the show, but wanted to make sure I was okay with it first. In my mind, I thought, there's no way I could do an entire show. I barely made it through a 2-hour audition. A show would be torture. So I cleared my throat and said, I'd love to. And the rest is history. Being a part of Cato was one of the best experiences I had ever had. I never would have continued in theater the way I did if it hadn't been for my friends being next to me, my parents for pushing me and supporting me, and for Miss Cargyle taking a chance on me. I guess the moral of this story is that if something scares you, it's worth doing. Even if it means crying in your living room floor while the soundtrack of Into the Woods plays in the background. True story. I found so much more than just a hobby or an after-school activity in this theater. I found a family. This is where I grew closer to my friends and met new people that completely changed my life. This is where I made the bulk of my high school memories. If it weren't for theater, I have no idea who I would be today. Because this place taught me so much more than acting. It taught me more about myself and about life than I ever could have imagined. It taught me what it means to want something and work for it. It taught me what it means to care for people more than I care about myself. Most importantly, it taught me what it means to be a part of a team. I would not be the person I am today without the support of my friends, my family, and our teacher, Miss Cargyle. I wish I could thank all of you individually and tell you just how much you mean to me, but we would be here forever, and my phone doesn't have enough storage. So I'll try to keep it simple. To my babies that I leave behind, please don't feel like you're alone after we leave, because no one ever truly leaves this place. Our love and support for each other will continue on for years and years to come. And I leave you with much more than just these words. I leave you the place that I have called home for the past 4 years. It has cared for me in more ways than words can explain. And if you continue to care for it, it will care for you. I look forward to coming back to see you guys grow and see how you guys change. And to my fellow seniors, my best friends. This is where we grew up together. It's a place we'll always have to think back on to remember each other. And as we go our separate ways, even if we grow apart, I will cherish every memory that we have made together. And no matter where we all end up, please know that you will forever hold a special place in my heart. And I will love you and support you no matter where life takes us. And I want to end by saying this. Please appreciate every moment that you spend in this place. And never stop giving all of me.
You know, after years of listening to past seniors give speeches at the end of the year, you'd think it would hit me in the face that we were next. It seems crazy to even think we've taken on the role of those we used to admire, almost like we couldn't compare to those very special people we always wanted to see come back through those doors and watch what we could give now that they've left. Becoming so close to so many of you underclassmen, I couldn't be happier to see who will be following us. I hope that we've been able to give to you what was once given to us. What I've loved so much about this theater not only is the friends that we've made, but how coming to theater or going to practice just had a different feeling from the rest of the classes we had. Yes, we had some work to do, but I think we got lucky when we had a teacher who thought using a drill for 5 minutes was a normal assignment when it was showtime. Anytime we had to walk through the doors to come in here, it wasn't so much stress that followed, but just a feeling that this is where we could have some fun and create something. Somewhere we could just enjoy ourselves a bit more. Some of the best memories I have come from this theater. Much like the time that me and Caleb got yelled at by Allie Vestal while backstage of Steel Magnolias because we couldn't stop laughing at each other. Or like the time the Christmas tree broke right before we had to bring it through the smallest door possible, and we just had to hope for the best. Or like the time that same door got shut while in blackout and I almost got left on stage. And at this point, everyone knows what happened to Hallie's wig at this time. Needless to say, Steel Magnolias holds the record for being one of the funniest shows we've had. And I don't mean that just because the script was funny. These Shining Lives was my first opportunity to get closer to a senior role. I got to work alongside the sweet but threatening, intimidating Brenda Gomez as her stage manager role. And the best part of this is that I witnessed firsthand Hallie walk completely off stage with this stair railing in her hand. This show is a little crazy, but I don't think anything will beat being interrupted via intercom, so maybe the worst of showtime is over. And now, thanks to the mousetrap, I finally worked up the courage to get on stage and actually purposely be seen. I'm so thankful to have parents that were supportive of all the long nights we spent here during Tech Week and all the many nights that I stayed up to learn lines. With them, I am thankful for all the other theater parents that put all their support in making sure this theater functions, and beyond that, that we were having fun. I don't think we could have asked for a better group of parents to cook for us, take pictures of us, drive us around, and cheer for us even if we weren't seen. To the underclassmen now, I ask that you really cherish the time you spend in the theater. It can completely open you up as a person. If you struggle with feeling like you don't truly make an impact on the company, I want you to know that you do. Anyone that can offer their own effort is worth applauding for. We know more than anyone that a show can only be done and done well when a company works together. And for those who feel that they're made strictly for backstage or anywhere out of the spotlight, push yourself to step out of your comfort zone. I know it's cliche, but it doesn't hurt to be a jack of all trades in the theater. If you feel that you can't find yourself on stage, I say, once you move past the nerves that you will inevitably feel, and the fact that someone may or may not see your butt in a quick change, becoming a character is fun. I'm upset that we didn't get to finish the year off strong like we always have, but I'm so happy to still be with the same people I came into this with. Caitlin, I'm so grateful to look back at the conversation we had at the end of 8th grade that helped us both come to the decision that joining theater was a good idea. It still feels like a couple months ago that I pushed you to go to an improv audition where we both found out that we were not good at improv. Caleb, you're now officially the star of this theater because you're officially going from Southside's theater to AMDA, but none of us are really surprised. I will cherish all the memories that this class, as well as every other class we've had the chance to work with, have formed through this theater. And finally, thank you, Miss Cargyle, for teaching us that we are the best when we give all of me.
I would love to walk the school halls one last time. If you ever get the chance, go to prom, join band, join theater, etc. High school runs so fast before your eyes. I think I speak for most of the seniors when I say that we wish that we had gotten the chance to graduate with our friends, go to prom, and do other fun senior things. So if you ever get the chance, work hard to graduate and do things you're scared of. When I joined AV Production, I was the happiest person alive. It kept my dark thoughts away and I fit in. And I honestly cannot say enough how much I appreciate my AV Production teacher. He showed us how film really was, how much real pressure we would be under. He gave us a glimpse into how it really was like in film. Yes, it was challenging and hard, but it showed me that I really want to become a film director. I want to direct the next big movie. However, I would be absolutely lost without theater. In order to be a film director, you need to be able to tell your actors how they need to act in a certain scene or a movie. Yes, I only worked in the booth, but I studied everything. I acted in the theater class with my anxiety up the roof. I knew it was necessary, though. I needed to do it to, one, come out of my shell. I couldn't have done it without theater. And I will be eternally grateful for this opportunity that I got. I truly love theater, and I'm going to miss it when I leave. Before I end this speech, I want to say one thing that I've always wanted to say. I wish my dad was here to see me in theater. Nobody probably knew, but I would almost cry before every show, knowing that my father wouldn't be there, knowing that he wouldn't be there to walk me down the aisle. I almost gave up this year. I'm glad I didn't. Little did I know, God had a huge surprise for me around the corner. I'm now engaged. You don't know how glad I am that I didn't give up. So if you ever feel like giving up, don't. Because God just might have a present for you around the corner. I would like to thank Miss Cargyle and Mr. Hammond for giving me a chance. They're both amazing, wonderful people for giving me a chance. I honestly could not have done anything without them, and they made me who I am today. Now on to the next theme of my life. Following my dreams. Lights, camera, action.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm just kidding. It's me, Kelly. And today is banquet. I hope I'm looking good. But since under these circumstances, I have to read my speech, my senior speech on the camera. Okay, I don't know why I just did that. Wow, this is crazy. I can't believe that I'm standing up here as a senior. I remember listening to these speeches every banquet, and I remember thinking, what am I gonna do when I have to do this? Like, what am I gonna say? Well, now we know that clearly did not prepare me, because I still don't know what to say. But I'm going to start by saying thank you to everyone who has supported me throughout my 4 years in this program, especially to my parents and my wonderful friends. I don't know how I would have survived without any of you. Literally. Who else is going to make sure that I don't eat dairy during Tech Week and before shows? Not me. When I think back on my time at the school, I am reminded of so many memories that I hold on to. I think about how much I laughed and cried alone or surrounded by others, which was a lot. I remember all the early call times, auditions, poster days, and build days that we had to wake up for early on the weekends, but they were worth it. Always. I'm really going to miss sitting backstage and listening for cues and watching all of our hard work pay off during a show. It was one of my favorite parts. It's just sitting backstage and watching everyone do their thing and be in their element and waiting for cues. I really miss it. It was really cool. The first time I walked into the auditorium as a freshman, I didn't know that this place would become my second home. I'm pretty sure I have clothes there that I don't have at my house. When I tried out for the improv team, it just felt right. It felt like a puzzle piece. It felt like I fit in. It was great to be surrounded by people who shared your same interests and who are also loving and funny and hilarious. And of course, Miss Cargyle. I had her class freshman year, and she kept trying to make me. I don't want to say make me. She kept trying to convince me to audition for improv, and I was like, but then I did, and I loved it. So I don't know why I didn't want to not do it. Crazy. My first audition for a show, however, it was literally the cringiest thing I've ever done. I don't even want to think about it. So, gosh, it was so but I'm very glad that I did it, because I wouldn't have been introduced to more of theater than I thought wasn't there before, because I thought, I don't know what I thought. I just thought, no, I'm never gonna do that. But I did, and I'm still doing it, so obviously something was right. But from then on, I knew that I loved acting, and I loved being here surrounded by all of you. Theater has really helped me discover myself and gain confidence that I never knew I had before. I'm being so serious. I'm still thinking about freshman me, and she was gross, but senior Kelly, I'm here. And I'm so much more confident than what I was freshman year. It has helped make me into the Kelly that you know today. Me, KDT, baby. I've made so many friends through this program, and I'm so grateful for all of you. That is the one thing I'm going to miss when I graduate in a few days. That, and the fact that I won't be the official dance instructor / safety officer of Southside High School Theater. But I am willing to reprise the role if I am needed. You know what, I would do it even if I wasn't needed, but just putting that out there. So, promise me that you will take care of this place, this program, and make sure Miss Cargyle isn't driven to insanity. For my fellow seniors, I love all of you so much. I can't believe we did it! We survived high school! Ah! Still crying because I don't want to. We're graduating from high school, and I still feel like a freshman. Not gross freshman Kelly, but senior freshman Kelly. That makes sense. We didn't get to experience the rest of our senior year like we had hoped, but we still have each other. We still have each other. You all mean so much to me, and I hate that we can't be together for one last semester. I wish we still had more time to make new memories and cherish old ones. Whenever I get sad sometimes, I think about all the times we've had together. Like the time I ordered donuts our freshman year for my group during poster day. We'll have this and this. We'll get one of those. It's a little joke. Or every dance practice I held while attempting to teach the drop. Sorry I yelled at everyone, but it must be done. Or freaking out because the show starts in 10 minutes and we don't have enough time to use the bathroom, or we aren't wearing our shoes. I know other people have had that problem. I know it's not just me. I can't wait to see what amazing things you're gonna do in this next chapter of your life. I'll always be here for you if you need me, so don't be afraid to reach out and let me know. For all of my beautiful and wonderful underclassmen, I'm going to miss all of you very dearly. You are such a great group of people that I've loved getting to know. If this was your first time in theater, I'm so glad you took the leap and you joined us. I hope you stick with it and continue to participate in future endeavors. Please continue to be amazing and do amazing things for this program. I can't wait to see what you all will do in the future. I'm definitely coming to see some shows, so you're not getting rid of me. Not yet. No, you're not. But I'll be here. And then for my juniors, it's scary stepping into one of these leadership positions, but if I could think of anyone else better to do it, I would think I can't, because I feel like this group of juniors that we have is an amazing group with so much leadership potential, and I have faith in you. All of you. I have faith in you. And I know you're going to do great things. I'm also not crying. I may have cried, but I'm not going to tell you that. But before I go, I just want to say this. It matters not what you do, but what you do with what you've done for others. Thank you. Alright, bye guys! Can't wait to see you. I don't know what else to say, so Radio Rebel signing off.